April Varga, and this is Angela Beasley, and she's here with us today for an interview for the Internet Marketing Program. Angela, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, you already said my name, but it's Angela Beasley. I currently work for a company by the name of Issue-Based Media, and I do I started out doing their SEO, so I am their SEO manager, and I also am their finance data officer. So that pertains to internet marketing as me taking all their data, web mining, analytics, anything like that, and putting it together and making sense of it and figuring out basically how to make things better, make more money, save money, things like that.
Sounds like a very important part of any company. And how long have you been doing that for?
For this company, about a year.
And so what type of education did you obtain to get into your current position?
I went to Full Sail University. Yay! And I got my bachelor's degree in internet marketing. And then some things, you always have to continue your education. So I watch a lot of webinars, do seminars, and I read all the time to keep myself updated. But, it was basically the internet marketing program at Full Sail.
That's excellent, because that actually leads into my next question, which is how do you keep your skills fresh while maintaining a busy work schedule? So I imagine the webinars and everything are great, but it must be hard to take those, especially the ones that are during work hours and such.
Well, they're usually not that long, and they're not that often, so anything that I do to improve or to increase my skills that will contribute to the company, I don't have a problem doing that, and the people that I work for, they don't mind me doing that because it's all so that I can keep up to date, because the internet is changing so much. So I do that at work sometimes, not very often. And then, I do some of it on the weekends and, after work.
So what takes place during an average day of work for you? Is there such a thing as average? Is there?
Well, there is an ideal situation. So the ideal situation would be you come in and you check all your numbers, and you check your websites, and you check your traffic, and you check your conversions, and you check the transfer rates and things like that, and you check them to see that how they're performing against either previous weeks, days, or maybe the previous month, and you make sure that there's no problem, sales haven't dipped, dropped, things of that nature. Yeah, so, but now you said what is a normal day like? So that would be ideal.
Ideal and average.
Right.
Two different things.
The average is, and it goes, it's about 50-50. So we'll have, I'll come in, and my supervisor will say, well, we just launched a new site, or we just changed something on one of the sites, and I need you to, drop what you're doing right away and, find out what's going on with it. How did it do last night? Because sometimes they get launched at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Very true.
And we're not even here. And, so I have to drop everything and see what's going on with that.
So would you say it's an important part of this job to be very, adaptable to any situation that may come your way?
Yeah. You have to be extremely, adaptable. In any field that has to do with internet marketing, it can change in a matter of minutes.
So I guess what made you decide to get into this profession in the first place?
Me, myself, I was doing print. I was running a small print shop, actually out of my home. And I was doing the graphic design. I was outsourcing the printing. I was acquiring the customers or clients, and I was doing really well at it. So I got a lot of accounts, and I got even was able to get a bank, Pacific National Bank here. I was able to get their account, their marketing account, or their print marketing account. And then I thought to myself, well, you know what? If I can do this with print, and then at the time, that was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Print is not like it used to be. Like they used to say that print was like, doing print was like printing yourself money because it made so much money.
Ah.
But now with the growth of the internet, everybody's advertising and doing a lot more things on the internet, so it took a lot of money away from the print industry. So I just wanted to make sure that I was in a field that was growing instead of declining. And then I've always been interested in computers, and I'm competitive. So and then I decided, I did a search. It was funny because I did a search on Google, and I don't remember what terms I was searching, but I started looking around for something that would fit those things that I just mentioned, and then Full Sail came up. And they had they had like their first.
Good job on your SEO, Full Sail.
Right.
What would you say is your best plan of attack for having a new client be enticed by your skills and want to work with you?
Honestly, I think listening and asking them what they want instead of rattling off what you can do and what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I find that when I meet with clients, if I meet with them, I got them.
Okay.
But it's because I ask them what they want, and I'm really interested, and I want to know how I can help them, and that's really important.
How long do you typically work with a client?
It really varies on the job that I'm doing for them.
Okay.
Like now, I'm not working with any clients because I'm working here. But prior to that, I had worked with clients. My plate is pretty much full now. But it could go anywhere from 3 months to 2 or 3 years, depending on. And I did small businesses. If you're working with big business, I'm sure it'll be longer because they want you to maintain and keep everything going. And doing the SEO, now doing both of the positions that I do, it's an ongoing process. So anywhere from 3 months to a couple of years.
Do you utilize SMART goals and KPIs in order to craft plans for potential and current clients?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
The KPIs, key performance indicators. Well, what we do here is mostly, or the company I currently work for, we use conversion rates, transfer rates. Those are, well, how much, let me see how I can put this together. We start looking at the transfer rates, and then we go from there, and then we look at the conversion rates, and then we break it down to, okay, well, how much did it cost us to get this person to convert? So the cost per conversion.
Okay.
Because we use a lot of paid advertising. And then, we take that from there and, just try to improve it. Mm-hmm. But SMART goals is something that I will be working on, but I haven't yet. Mainly because we are a startup, and we have so many sites and accounts that we're just getting all of our analytics and AdWords accounts synced together. They were kind of all over the place before.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we're bringing that all together, and now we'll be able to do that.
So Angela, what's the most rewarding experience you've had in your career so far?
I was working for my first client, who was like my guinea pig client, and they had a body shop, and I had just did their website and their SEO and a local search campaign, and I actually went into their office just to visit, and a client was walking in, and they told them that they had found them on Google and that they were all over Google. And then the owner, he was like, "Come here, Ange," because he called me Ange, and he said, No, that I had brought them a lot of clients, and he said I was filling up their lot. So that made me feel really good.
Well, I mean, I guess on the flip side, what would you say is the most frustrating experience that you've had with a client? Are there too many to count?
The main things are them not knowing what they want. That's frustrating, or them wanting something that is not within reach.
If you could start over, would you continue on in this field, or would you have chosen something else?
No, I would, yeah, I'd
You'd
definitely
continue?
do it. Mhm.
And why do you feel you'd stay in the field?
Well, because of the freedom. If you do this type of work, I mean, it depends on your personality, but I want to travel, and you can actually, all you need is your laptop.
That is true. That is true.
And you can do your work wherever you're at. You can be on the moon and do your, well, not literally, but yeah. So that's one reason. It changes a lot, and I get bored very easily.
So I suppose it helps that Google updates their algorithm every 5 minutes. So.
Right, so it keeps my mind busy, and there's a potential to make a lot of money.
Very true.
Yeah, very true.
So what do you feel you enjoy the most in regards to internet marketing?
Results, seeing the results.
Seeing the results. Then.
Yeah.
Whether they're good or bad, just
No,
understand them?
good results.
Only good results. Okay.
I don't enjoy bad results.
And so what do you enjoy the least?
That's a hard one. What do I not like? I mean, really, nothing that really has to do with the job, unless I get stuck in something that I'm just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, then I don't like that. But really, I just don't like sitting in a chair all day. But,
What skills do you think are most important for someone who wants to be successful in the internet marketing field?
one of the things that they really need to learn and pay attention to, like I sort of did but should have more, is statistics, and really get a good grasp on that. Also, your Excel. You need to know formulas, macros. You don't have to, but it will really, really help you. And just anything that has to do with your conversions. You may want to, learn some of the SEO tools out there if you're doing SEO. It just depends on what you're doing, but I would say mostly that the statistics and the Microsoft Excel, especially if you're a full sales student. Pay attention to your statistics class.
It is important. It is important. That's very true.
Pay attention to that statistics class.
Well, I mean, thank you so much, Angela. We appreciate you being here today.
Okay.
We, meaning me. Thank you for helping with the project.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Bye.